This is an original Game Boy Color that I bought in Japan. And this is a modified Game Boy Color that I bought on eBay. And these are some custom Pokemon games that I bought on Etsy. But we'll get to these in a bit. These are really cool. So anyway, yeah, recently I bought this Game Boy Color Lite, as it says here, on eBay. And it is a Game Boy Color with a backlit screen. I've been talking about getting one of these for a super long time, and now I finally did it. But this finally came in the mail. I ordered it like a month and a half ago, and when it arrived, I freaked out. I was terrified, actually, because as you can see, the screen is a lot smaller. Like, I was disgusted when I saw this, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so there are lots of Game Boy Color backlight mods that you can get these days, and I went for one that was pre-built. I went for one that was cheaper than a lot of the newer models, like the Funny Playing IPS, that's what one of them is called. So I went with this cheaper one. It was like $150, and I opened it, and I saw this, and I was terrified. But as it turns out, it's fine. I mean, it does kind of suck that the screen's a little bit smaller, but what it's like, honestly, is playing Game Boy Color games on the 3DS in pixel perfect mode. Because I think the original Game Boy Color display is like more of a 4:3 aspect ratio, and then this is like the pixel perfect mode, like how Game Boy games are displayed in like an emulator. So the games look fine. And honestly, it's been great having a backlit Game Boy Color finally. Being able to see this thing in the dark, not having to sit in the sunlight. And it's been great. Honestly, I love it. But I was really freaked out when I first saw it. But it looks fine. I'll just jump into any level here. Sound is good, if you can hear it. But I'll turn the sound down. This is a really cool mod, by the way. This is a completely colorized version of Donkey Kong Land, and I've been playing a bit of it, and I really enjoy it. I used to not really like Donkey Kong Land, but it's interesting to play it in color now, and I just died. But anyway, yeah, I'm really loving this thing, and I love it because it is an original Game Boy Color. The shell is original. Everything on this thing is original except for the screen. And the screen honestly looks really good. Nothing looks squashed or stretched in a weird way or anything. So I'm really happy with that. Honestly though, in the future, I might look into doing one of these mods myself. Maybe even modding this Game Boy. I mean, I would see if I modded it, I would have to get rid of this screen protector, and I would lose my cute little Hamtaro sticker that's been on there since I found this thing in Japan. So maybe I would get another one to mod and do like one of the really fancy IPS screens that are actually bigger than the original screen, which is really cool. But yeah, so that's one thing. And then the other thing here is this little stack of custom Game Boy Pokemon games. I bought these from a seller on Etsy called Game Duck. Their store is actually closed right now for the holidays, but they'll be open after the holidays. I'll put a link in the description to their store. Yeah, this guy makes, honestly, some of the coolest custom cartridges I've ever seen. Here's Pokemon Blue. And I'm going to go more in depth on these in just a second. I love this one so much. Pokemon Red DX, but it's like an orange cartridge to match Charizard. I love that so much. And then this one, this is actually from a different seller. This is Pokemon Christmas version. I'm playing this game on my second channel right now, actually, Super Sambam's DX. So, link in the description for that if you want to just watch me chill and play games. I'm playing through Pokemon Christmas version right now. It's a hack of Pokemon Gold that makes everything all snowy and adds some custom events and stuff into the game, and it's really cool. And it's really cool to own a physical cartridge of it. But I pulled this out, actually, as an example. So like, let's compare it to Game Duck's Pokemon Green. You can see the quality of the plastic on Pokemon Christmas. It's a bit cheaper. It feels cheap. This feels more like an official Game Boy cartridge, even though I'm like 99% sure that it is not an official Game Boy cartridge. I think the way he makes it feel more official, though, as you can see, it's very glossy. And these are painted, cheap cartridges like this, I think. You can see this one isn't painted. It's just 3D printed, like cheap plastic. There's no paint on it. It's just green, cheap 3D printed plastic. But these are custom painted, and they have like a glossy finish to them, which looks and feels so nice. You can see when it's in the light, the plastic kind of sparkles, and it is really cool. So actually, funny story about buying from this guy, Game Duck. So I ordered Pokemon Yellow version Deluxe, which this is a version of Pokemon Yellow that is a ROM hack that has all 151 Gen 1 Pokemon available for you to catch, which is very cool. And then these two are hacks of Pokemon Red and Blue, obviously, but they have like 200 something Pokemon added into them from future generations, and the games are fully in color, looking more like the Generation 2 games, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which is really cool. I'll pop these in a bit to show you. But actually, I didn't order this one. I ordered Red and the other games that you see here, and instead of Blue, I ordered a copy of Pokemon Prism, which is a really cool Pokemon ROM hack that I have on my EverDrive right now. And I wanted to own a physical copy of that game because I just think that it's such an amazing ROM hack, everyone should play it, and his version of it looked really cool. It was like black and sparkly, and it looked amazing. But he sent me this copy of Pokemon Blue instead of Prism by mistake, and I can't actually contact him right now because I just got these in the mail the other day, and his store is closed for the holidays, but I'm going to reach out to him. And honestly, I'm probably going to order more of the cartridges that he makes, the ones that I don't have here, and make another video about those because I am actually really impressed with his work. But yeah, so, and you know what? I'm happy I got this copy of Pokemon Blue from him because it looks so cool in person, and honestly, I'm probably just gonna collect a full set of what this guy makes and just own all of them. Because, you know, I was a little unsure ordering these, what they're gonna look like in person, but I can't say it enough. I'm very, very impressed with these. So yeah, Pokemon Red and Blue DX over here, very cool hacks. And then this is Pokemon Green, which originally only came out in Japan, and this is just an English translated version of that original Pokemon Green. And there's a lot of people who make these custom cartridges like this, but they're just not this high quality. They'll end up looking more like this, which, you know, the sticker just looks kind of and the cartridge itself, well, cool. I like the darker green color of this cartridge, you know, it's cool for Christmas and whatever, but it's just, it feels a bit cheaper and looks a bit cheaper when compared to these. And this is the last one I ordered here. This is Pokemon Super Gold 97, which is a recreated version of the Pokemon Gold beta that was leaked a few years ago. So this is like a beta version of Pokemon Gold, but people turned it into a full game instead of just a short little demo. And this is really cool, and it looks so good. Like, look at that label, and that cartridge is just beautiful. Anyways, I'm just gonna pop some of these in and show you what they look like. I'm not gonna use this, my original Game Boy. It actually doesn't have any batteries in it right now anyway. I'll show you guys on here. I was playing, I started a save file on this, so I'm just gonna pop this one in. And that just looks so cool in the back of this Game Boy. I love the way the colors look so much. And there you can see it says Pokemon Red version DX, and this is a full color version of Pokemon Red with a lot of new stuff added as well. If you Google Pokemon Red and Blue DX version, you can find the article on romhacking.net that shows the full list of changes and new things added to these games. But yeah, here you go. We're in the second town, and you can just tell if you've played the original games, these games used to only be in black and white, or if you played them on the Game Boy Color, they would only be like 2 colors. But now it's in full color, and it looks really good. I'll go into the Pokemon Center here. And look at that. Full color. NPCs are different colors. The tiles are different colors. Everything's so nice and colorful. And it looks really good. And it has the original sprites from Gen 1, which is cool. I like that. There's also a version of this hack that replaces the Pokemon sprites with their Gen 2 counterparts. So if you want to download this hack and play it for yourself, there are some options for you to choose. Oh, and there's a run button now, which was not in Gen 1, and look at how fast you can go. That is just so nice. I love that. Makes this game a lot more playable these days. But anyway, let's check out Pokemon Green version just so I can show what this looks like. And I like this one because it is just the original Pokemon Green, but in English, like nothing was changed. And I like that as well because it is just the original Pokemon Green experience that we never got. Pokemon Yellow, honestly, there's not much to see. I was testing this one out a bit. It is literally just the original Pokemon Yellow, but you can find every Pokemon from Gen 1 in the wild, so I won't bother putting that one in. But there is one cool thing about Blue version, and oh my god, just look at that cartridge in here. It just looks so good. Yeah, so the thing that's cool about Blue version specifically is you can play as the unused female trainer from Gen 1 that was in the manga, and she went unused in the actual games, but you can play as her, and they gave her her own little custom overworld sprite and everything. It looks really cool, so I just thought that was interesting, and yeah, I just wanted to show that really quick. So anyways, that's my new Game Boy Color Light and my new little collection of custom Pokemon cartridges here. I definitely want to order more stuff from this guy Game Duck. I'm really, really impressed with their work, and I'm totally going to contact him after the holidays and be like, hey, you sent me the wrong game, but that's okay. I like this Blue version anyway. I'll probably just order a second batch of things from him, and it'll be awesome because he did a really good job on all this stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. Have you ever ordered custom games like this before? I never have. This is my first time. I normally wouldn't honestly bother with stuff like this, but when I saw these, I was like, these just look so cool and so high quality. I needed them. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this very cool stuff. Stick around if you want to see more like this. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you next time.